Hello, my name is Henk Jan Dalewijk. I'm an ex-treasurer of the IPA, and the IPA asked me to say something about the IPA's finances. Well, you know, for board members there are a few things very important. The first thing is that, at least that's my advice, board members should not go into the details of the financial system simply because it's too complex. You know, the IPA is a British charity, but also an American legal body. And both positions have all kinds of regulations and laws, and that's making it very complex. There are other basic items. For instance, in a scientific organization, one should keep in mind that you can only do with the money one thing, and that is spending it. Of course, you need some reserves, but no more than necessary. And of course, you can save money, but only as long as that saving is directed towards a later spending. Other basic items are, for instance, that money in scientific organizations should have a secondary role, because exchange of knowledge, exchange of experiences in psychoanalysis, research and things like that are more important than the finances. Finances, you know, it's not a commercial organization. Finances should be of secondary importance and have a supportive role, a strong and important but supportive role. Well, what should be supported? That can be expansion. Does the IPA want to support finances in India, in North Africa? It can be research. Do we spend sufficient money on research? It can be exchange of knowledge on congresses or whatever. Those items can be supported by finances. Well, how do you organize such support? By budgeting. In the second part of every year, the budget holders, mainly chairs of committees, are asked what their plans are for next year, including the financial consequences. Those requests are going to the Budget and Finance Committee. The Budget and Finance Committee is making recommendations for the board. That's the only thing the Budget and Finance Committee can do, making recommendations. The Budget and Finance Committee cannot decide on anything. The board decides. You know, such a budget system has, of course, advantages and disadvantages. Advantages are, for instance, that it's clear where the money is going to. It gives you also control over the spending. A disadvantage is that if you spread all your money over the different committees, your flexibility is gone. And that's not nice, because during the year you might need some money for new ideas, new projects, etc. That's why a certain part of the money, let's say $50,000, $60,000, is kept out of the budget. So you stay flexible. If you ask me what a board member should do, what the board should do about the finances, well, the first thing is set priorities. What is important? Is the expansion, the promotion of psychoanalysis worldwide, is that important? Is research important? Is exchange of knowledge, congresses, etc. important? If yes, how important is it? How big should a part be they get from the total? At the moment, research is getting 10, 15%. Shouldn't it be more? 15%, 20%? That's also a very important decision. It should be made by the board. But the board also should follow the work in the committees critically. Is it effective, what they're doing? And if that effectivity is low, the board should have the courage to simply stop the project, which is not easy, because the board members like their work, they think it's very, very important, etc., etc. But it should be stopped if the effectivity is not what the board expected. And finally, the board should follow in a critical way the finance director and the treasurer in a critical way, but also in a positive way. Thank you.